Well, hey guys, it's time for another AP opening Lord of the Rings living card game. Look at that art. You got the tunnel and hands holding a map, but there's some cool stuff in here. I might have spoiled myself on this, but I don't remember anymore, so I'm unspoiled. So let's just crack it open. This is the third scenario pack, or is it the fourth? It's the fourth. In the Khazad-dûm cycle, and I don't remember anything about this, or I don't know if I ever knew anything about it. Okay, excitement is happening. I haven't looked at the hero yet. Or the quest. Get off of there. Alright, so let's take a look at the thing. Sometimes this has new keywords, and I like to see what those are before I look through the cards. So this is a 7 difficulty, whatever, difficulty level, okay, whatever. So the Mines of Moria are a dark labyrinth of narrow tunnels and wide passages, natural caves, and impressive caverns of dwarven workmanship. The heroes must make their way eastward, discovering what they can do about the orcs, and perhaps even meeting up with Balin for more information. But it's easy to get lost. Okay, so we have locate tests, lost effect. Some cards have lost. They're only triggered. Cave torch. Okay, so it uses the cave torch. I like the cave torch. I remember that the cave torch was something where you can tap it to you draw an extra card, but I remember using it constantly. I don't remember exactly what it did. If it would leave plates removed from the game, what did it do? It let you. It was something good. I never really had any downside to using it, but it's a different next player. So there won't be a next player, and secrecy. And so locate tests, what's up with these? So we have to do, it's a player, specify the card, so I'm always going to be doing these. Choose and discard a card from my hand to discard the top card of the encounter deck. Many of the cards in the long dark encounter deck have a bold pass printed in the bottom right corner of their text box. If this card encounter card has pass printed in this box, the test succeeds. If it doesn't have a pass, player hasn't succeeded, may attempt the test again, repeating. If you run out of card, okay, so you want to hold cards, so you want to discard stuff. So for a locate test, you need to find a pass. You discard from your hand to flip an encounter card until you see a pass. But if you don't want to or are unable to discard more cards, then it's a failure. Then you do whatever the card says. Okay. Like trigger lost effect. Okay, this sounds interesting. This is interesting. I like how they model moving through space. That's a way of modeling moving through space. Wasn't there another scenario that had something? I've been playing Arkham Horror LCG. That's totally different, where you actually have representation of space on the board. All right, well, so that sounds interesting, and it is the long dark. Okay, so here's my hero. It's a tactics hero, so I'm not going to ever use him. Hama, Rohan Warrior, and when he's declared as an attacker, return a tactics event from your discard pile to your hand. Then choose and discard one card from your hand. Limit 3 times per game for the group. I don't know. I don't even know how to evaluate that because I don't play tactics, and I just can't find that tactics is really useful for solo play. I haven't been able to make a viable tactics hero deck, really. I mean, I think when I was playing the Ninja Dorg stuff, but I just don't play tactics. I mean, they just don't seem to they're good at fighting, and I feel like fighting is like the least important thing. Maybe as the game evolves. Okay, so, well, that's the hero. So let's move on to my, not really, I wish you were an elf. Okay, well, here we go. Arrestor. Here's a unique elven Noldor character. The Noldor deck is coming. He costs 4. He's kind of expensive. So what can he do? Discard a card to draw a card. So cycles your deck. That's actually a pretty useful ability. I feel like he's expensive. But hey, that's just my opinion, man. Fresh Tracks has a dwarf on it. After an enemy is added to the staging area, deal a damage to that enemy. Players ignore that enemy when making engagement checks this round. That's, I mean, it's only 1. So it's like Thalen's ability, but it also you can ignore, so you can hold it off. That seems, I don't know, man, these leadership cards, so many of them are like, would be so good in multiplayer. Like, but as solo, I mean, I feel like there's others, I need the space in my deck. But if I was playing like 4-player and you could just have this awesome leadership support deck, you know. But yeah, I would really love to play a leadership deck, but I don't play this multiplayer. Anyway, moving on. Erebor Battlemaster. Okay, so with the Erebor cycle, got the Record Keeper and the Hammersmith, which are both lore. Now a Battlemaster, he gets +1 attack for each other dwarf ally you control. Limit +4 attack. So he could swing for 5. And then you can give him a Dwaradelf axe. And he could swing for 6. And also a Dwarven axe. Is that what it's called? So he could be hit very hard. I mean, that's pretty good. I think I almost want to try to get Tactics Sphere in my deck just for this card, because I'm going to have a lot of Dwarf allies in play in general. Something to think about. Ringmail, another. So this is for dwarves or hobbits. A hit point and a defense. So not bad. I would say that's, well, Citadel Plate was expensive though. 4, what did he give you? 4 hit points? I'm trying to remember. This is kind of the same sort of, well, whatever, I don't know. Probably would never use that card. A secrecy card. Oh, here we go. Out of sight. Enemies engaged with you can't attack you. A secrecy 3, so it costs 2 to just avoid being attacked. That is so useful, because then you know you're holding this. If you're holding this and you know you have it, you can know that you can commit more to the quest without worries of needing to hold back defenders and or reserve them for attacking and just killing them. I like this card. I'm gonna have to make a secrecy deck. I'm gonna evaluate and see if I can retool. Ever My Heart Rises. Attached to a dwarf character. Okay, more dwarf stuff. After you travel to a mountain or underground, ready attached character and reduce your threat by 1. Situational, but I mean, I would imagine every location in this quest is underground. I mean, how could they not be? This one might have to go into the deck for this quest, because that's more readying effect and a little bit of threat reduction. I enjoy it, but again, it is still situational, because you might not draw really any locations for a scenario. So I don't know. I guess I'll probably play with it and see how it goes. Make up my mind later. Warden of Healing, a Gondor healer. So 2, he's a little pricey. Exhaust him to heal a damage on up to 2 different characters. Then pay 2 resources to ready him. So if you pay 2 resources, you can just do that twice and heal 2 damage on 2 different characters. So that's probably a good card. I don't really do healing anymore, like in my early plays. I feel like I played this game a lot, but I haven't been playing it that long, really. Word of Command. Oh, yes. Exhaust an Istari character to search for 1... Oh my gosh. That's a good card. You just find a card that you want and add it to your hand. That is a good card. There's only Gandalf and Radagast. I'm not going to have Radagast in my deck. The thing is that the only downside, like for Gandalf, he only stays on for 1 round. So you would basically be playing him to then... That's what makes it less good. You don't want to spend 5 for Gandalf to play him just to tap him so that you can then play this for another. So you're paying 6 to get a card. So I don't know. I mean, that's a powerful effect to just get any card. That's very good. But you could do sneak attack too. And then you're paying 2 resources to get a card, any card. But you have to have sneak attack. Be great in Radagast Eagles deck, right? Are there going to be any other? Well, there's got to be a Saruman, and then the other 2 Astari are off. I don't know. Oh, we have 3 lore cards in this deck, in this set. Warden, Word. Usually it's 2 of each. Okay. Love of Tales, attached to a lore hero. Limit 1 per hero, but it's not restricted. Response after a song card is played. Exhaust it to add a resource to attached hero's resource pool. I mean, that's a combo to get... I don't know how to evaluate that one. Seems like you could do some tricksy stuff, but you have to have a song. You have to have songs in your deck, and you play the song and you get a resource. So this could basically, really, you could use this to stack songs on somebody who has a love of tales and basically get your songs cheaper. I think songs cost 2, so you get songs for 1. Or you could have 3 of these and well, it has to be a lore hero. I don't know. And okay, so there are no neutral cards this time. That's interesting because they had 3 lores. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Yeah. So, and then the rest of this is like the quest encounter. So Durin's Greaves is an artifact. Okay, so there's 2 stages to the quest, which is Journey to the Black Pit. Okay, so I won't look at these on camera. I don't, but you can see there's pass. These cards have pass. Wonder if the enemy cards have pass on. Yeah, some of them have pass. I'll probably look at them before I play. I kind of started doing that. So I don't know. I mean, there's only 1 secrecy card in here, so, well, I don't know what I'll do with these, but some interesting cards. So that is The long dark.